Hi everybody, good afternoon. Just going to give you a few seconds to pop on for you to get the notification that I'm live so you can watch this. I won't wait too long because we don't want to have too much dead time, right? Dead air. And I do live in the middle of nowhere, so just need you to know that there could be a little bit of a delay. So if you see the delay, you'll know why. So if you ask me a question. All right, so I see I've got a dozen on here. We're gonna get started. Talk about craziness. So Chris and Cheryl put a group of 7 women at a table, and these 7 women created this blown up craziness that we have. We never ever imagined beyond our wildest dreams of putting the 7 of us together that we would have this group that is going to make Pure Romance history. Crazy. $41 million worth of leaders you've got coming at you this week with lives, also with their bios. And what does that 41 million mean to those of you who are watching? That means the 7 of us, just 7 ladies, have over $41 million worth of retail sales from their teams throughout the entire Pure Romance company. So yeah, crazy, right? With that being said, I know the notifications can be a little bit crazy, and we never imagined that the 7 of us would have 13,000 people in an event. So please excuse the notifications. Just bear with it. I know it's a little crazy. Don't turn us off. We're about to change some damn lives. That my friends, is going to happen. So you guys gave me some questions yesterday, and I wanted to come live to you today and just fill you in on a little bit of what my takeaway for those questions would be. And we'll all have different answers, of course, but these are going to be my takeaways. Again, if you didn't catch anything that I shared before, I've been selling Pure Romance since March of 2003. Absolutely, positively love what I do. I love to educate, I love to empower, and I love to entertain. So hopefully I can make you laugh. I can teach you a little bit of something today and give you a little bit of empowering information to take and pay it forward. When I started, my kids were little. They were 9, 7, and 3. And I currently had owned another direct sales industry business, which happened to be Tupperware. I did very well at the other plastic. I had a car, I had a team and everything. And I was making some pretty daggone good money. And one of my Tupperware hostesses invited me to a party. And I was like, girl, is that sex toys? And she was like, yes, you're gonna love it. And I was like, I ain't never heard of such a thing. Like, that is crazy talk. You kidding me right now? Like, this is for real? She said yes. So I got a catalog from her. And back then, by the way, we were probably 20% bath and beauty, 80% novelty and toys. It was a little bit different than now. So you could just imagine back then how crazy that was, right? So she gives me this catalog, and I just jumped. I didn't think long and hard about it. I just jumped. I decided to take a chance to see how it went, see if I could make some extra income on top of the Tupperware and the car and the team that I was already driving. Within 3 months, I very quickly found what I call home. This company is amazing. We're a women's empowerment company. We're literally here to empower you, to help you to become stronger, to help you with your insecurities, to help you overcome your past. So statistic-wise, they say 1 out of 3 women have been sexually, mentally, or physically abused. So that means a lot of you watching it right now are in that boat. You're that 1 in 3. But Pure Romance, we will always be a women's empowerment company where we will keep you safe, where we will make sure that as women-only parties, you don't have to worry about going into a party and worrying about there being a strange man there where you have to be concerned. Same with your customers. Your customers, I know you're going to have people say, well, what about couples parties? But here's the thing. Why would you want that? alcohol flowing, the talk and the education that we are giving. Just makes me nervous, by the way, talking about this. Why would you want to put that 1 in 3 in such a bad position to where she's scared, to where she's nervous, to where she doesn't know what could come? By the way, I'm a 1 in 3. I would never, ever want to be put into that position. So Pure Romance, when I found this company, became what I call home because it empowered me to become stronger, to grow past the insecurities that I had from growing up in such a terrible past. And I hope that it can do that for you too. So keep those notifications on because again, we're about to change your life. Okay? All right. So why did I join Pure Romance? Again, like I said earlier, I was at a Tupperware party. My hostess decided she was having one. She invited me. I looked at the catalog. It just kind of jumped. I'm not lying. That's it. I just jumped. It was God's will. He put this company in my path and he said, Bish, this you new job. Okay. Within 3 months, I gave back my Tupperware car. I gave away my team and I said, bye. So if you tried something in the past and it just wasn't the right fit for you, that's okay. Because sometimes, it takes more than one direct sales industry to find out exactly where you are and the right fit for you, right? So that's why I joined. There's no big backstory to it, but this story that I just shared, and by the way, I don't like to be vulnerable, so that was a little bit of vulnerability for me, so we're going to move along. Somebody else asked, what were the prices when I joined? Well, they didn't have sales then. There was no sales. The kits were $250, $500, and $1,000. And do you know what you got in those? It sure wasn't $525 retail. It wasn't $1,099 retail, and it wasn't $1,649 retail. It was $250, $500, and $1,000. You paid for exactly what you were getting. So no sales back then. Pure Romance has definitely changed a lot since then. Nervous, terrified. How did I overcome it? That was a question. I have social anxiety. If I am uncomfortable, you will find me in the back of the room where I feel safe with all of you in front of me so that I can just keep my eyes on you. Sometimes that happens at a party. And I know that sounds strange. Like, how can somebody who sells $100,000 a year, who has personally sold over $1 million plus in their business over the last 16 years, how can they have social anxiety and be so successful? Because we all wear many, many, many different hats. Mom hats, daughter hats, sister hats, right? Work hats. When you go to work, let's go back to your job that you currently have now. When you joined that position at that job, were you nervous? Did you know what was coming? Even if it's a job at Walmart where you're a cashier and you've never been a cashier before, could you imagine scanning things and making sure that the register is working right? These are all fears we have when it is something brand new. Same thing with this. So nervous, terrified, how did I overcome it? I studied. I took as much information as I could get, and I made little cue cards, just little note cards written out, put them in order of how I wanted to do my demonstration, put a little hole punch in there, and put them on a little ring binder, and I had them, and I studied, just as if I was studying for an exam in college or in high school, whatever it may be. Studied. And then I had my husband grill me. So tell me about body dew. Tell me about coochie. And I'll never forget because I would mess up one word that wasn't written right. And he'd be like, no. And I'd be like, dude, you got the gist of it. Stop it. Then I took these cards and I put them on my table. And even though I knew what they were, you're going to be nervous. You are. Okay. I'm not here to bullshit you. I'm here to be honest. That's who I am. You're going to be nervous. So the cards are on your table. You can hold them if you want to, or you can leave them down. If the drunk girls got a little wild, they got a little out of control, and I lost focus, I just kind of glanced down at my notes, refocused, and started right back up. But you know what? Here's the thing. They don't know if you forgot to give them anything. They don't know if you forgot to give them information. It takes 7 times of hearing something for it to stick, so they don't know. And you know what? If you have the know-it-all in the crowd who gives you ideas and gives you tips on what that product does, go with it, because that's your future recruit lead, right? So there are times I still become nervous. There are times when I still am a little anxious. So if you ever see me in an event and maybe I have my head down and I'm driven, I could either be late, because sometimes that happens, or I could be a little nervous. So you know what? You can come on up and you can say, hey, Beverly, how are you doing? Because that even makes us top dogs feel pretty damn good, right? We're like, oh, snap. Old girl knows who I am, right? And it helps us to refocus. So it happens. It happens to even the best of us. Where to find the parties when friends aren't near you? Where? Advertise. And that brings me down to something else we'll talk about in a little bit. Where to advertise. Facebook is your friend. I guarantee you've got friends somewhere near you. Even if most of the bulk of your friends live in different states, you've got friends where you live. So when you're talking to those friends, you're going to make it all about them. You're not going to say, I started selling Pure Romance and I need some parties and I would love to have you host a party for me and I would love to spoil you and I think it would be so good for you to have me, right? I, me. It needs to be about them. All right? Here's where we're going to start with a little bit of an I. I started selling Pure Romance and you were one of the first people I thought about. Literally thought that you would love these products. We have some of the top bath and beauty products out there. And I seriously think that you could benefit of a girls' night in. I know I've seen you've been a little bit stressed. And this way you would be able to have me in for a fun night in. Oh, I'm tanking this, but you get what I'm saying. See how I'm changing it? Like, I think that you could benefit from what I have to offer for you. I would love to spoil you and give you lots of free products. Make it about them, not about you. So you're going to start there, and then you're going to play booking games. And then those booking games are going to give you parties to where you can literally get more parties. You should be getting at least 2 parties from every party. And there are booking games. I'm not going to try to teach you those here today. I'm just here to answer a few questions. Those will be things that your sponsor can feed you and give you ideas and tag you in things and send you links and all of that. And then if your friends live out of state, guess what? You can do online parties. Yep, I'm about to do one tonight at 6 p.m. I'm about to go live, an event, and just do my entire demo to them. No, they don't get to taste, touch, smell, see, and feel, but they can see my passion, right? And when you're passionate about something, you sell it, right? All right, so that's where you can find some parties with friends who aren't near you. What keeps me staying with PR? I think I kind of already answered that earlier, and if you missed that, you can check that out. You can do the replay, but that's exactly what keeps me staying, along with the friendships that I have made through my customers, through my hostesses, and the connections with my sister consultants. That's why I stay. Exactly. You work at a job or you love a job. I do work at this job, but I absolutely, positively, hands down, without a doubt, love it. Where do you find so many parties a month? So if you saw my bio, it said I do about 10 to 15 parties a month. Your customers. You are selling items that are consumable, and those consumable items will be replenished if you follow up. Like, oh my gosh, Susie, I see it's been 4 months since you've been to a party. Are you in any need of any coochie? Do you need any more miracle oil or body boost? And you know what? You can do a couple different things. You can say something like, since it's been a while since I've heard from you, how about 10% off of your order within the next 24 to 48 hours? We call that a call to action. Call to action means she has 24 to 48 hours to take advantage of this 10% off. But you can also offer things where you say, oh my gosh, you do need some? Awesome. I would love to get that out to you. Did you know that I offer bonuses if you host a party with me within the next 30 to 45 days? I can give you that coochie as a bonus, as a thank you gift for having me in your home. Just a thought, right? And then, of course, booking parties at parties is how I keep my calendar full. And you got to be fun. You got to be knowledgeable, be educational, be entertaining, right? And give empowering information that doesn't sell anything. If it doesn't sell anything, like, for instance, did you know talc powder is scientifically proven to causing women to get ovarian cancer? These are just little pieces of education that you throw in your demo to just give them information to pay it forward. Because I guarantee you know somebody who's still using Johnson & Johnson's baby powder with talc. Did you find more people want online parties now versus in-home due to technology ruling our lives? Nope. Because technology is ruining our lives. You're seeing people are not connecting the way they used to. You're going to notice that the younger generation is getting back into the connection. So go for the young girls, right? Those young girls are wanting the connection. They're wanting the parties, all of it. And I'm not finding that if I'm being real with you, I do less than the fingers on my hand of online parties a year. I do less than that. But can you make a business at doing online parties? Absolutely. It's just not my choice. My choice is to do it in home. I love the connection. I feed off of people's energy. So yeah. How do you advertise? Well, there's a lot of different ways. Business cards. Business cards are your friend. They are an amazing way to promote your business. And I know this is going to be backwards because I didn't flip it and I'm sorry. But here's the front of my business card. So you can see it has my name, it has my phone number. Almost out, give me a shout. Join my team and earn the green, right? And then on the other side here, I have $25 referral bonus. So what I do is every single person who orders from me, I give them 2 business cards. One for you and one for a friend. If you ever need anything, you never need to be at a party. You can always just pick up the phone and call me, and I will get that drop ship right out to you. Also, my website's on there. So if you want to order off my website, you can do that too. And if you know somebody who wants to host a party with me and you give them my card, make sure that you mention your name, tell them to mention your name to me, and I'll give you $25 off your order at their show. Referral bonuses are huge. That's a really good way to advertise because you're giving them cards, you're giving them a coupon, $25. People love free stuff. They are literally going to take that business card and utilize it for that $25. So they're going to be your sounding board. They're going to be your voice for you. They're going to be your walking, talking business card. Decals on your cars. Pure Romance has, we like to keep everything unison. That means your business cards have to be bought from the same company that Pure Romance offers. Your decals also, all of those things like that. We like to keep it branded. Okay. So decals on the cars, we have a company that you can get that from. I think it's like $30, $35. It's not very much money. Slap that on the back of your car and start advertising with your website and such. Facebook is amazing. You can get a lot of advertisement from Facebook. Again, offering referrals. If somebody helps you to book a party, you give them that $25 off their order at the show. And then, of course, you want to say qualifying show, right? Well, your sponsor will talk to you about all of that later. But referrals, again, Facebook is great. Instagram, vendor shows. Pick up all the vendor shows you can. You might not sell a lot at those vendor shows, but we are more looking for parties, any leads like that we could get. You will sell some, don't get me wrong, but vendor shows are a good way to get your name out there. And then again, I had already talked about referrals, so scratch that one off my list. How helpful was the corporate staff? They are by far one of my favorite things about Pure Romance outside of what I already discussed. They love to be very helpful. They are there for you in any way. If something is missing from your order, if something is damaged, if you just need help and direction, they are there to help guide you and lead you. So very, very helpful and very easy to get a hold of. Yeah. What's the hardest part of this job? So, when you're driving your car don't move unless you push the gas, right? So something I just started saying this year was, your business will fall on its ass if you don't push the gas. So the hardest part would be making sure that you stay focused, that you are making your, to-do lists, and you are staying on top of everything and anything you can with your business, because the harder you push the gas, the more business you will have. Right? And that's just the way it is. And it's something I asked my team Sunday at our team meeting, like, how hard do you really feel you push the gas? And even me, in the way where I am in the company, I'm still not pushing it a 10. I'm pushing it about a 7, so there's definitely room to grow even for myself where I could push harder. And of course, we all know that. Those that are humble and realists will tell you that. So the hardest part, I guess I would say, would be staying focused. But as long as you create yourself some to-do lists and you are keeping up on those to-do lists, and even reminders if you have to. Some people love lists, some people don't. Set your calendar, set your timers, whatever you have to do to stay in focus. And that's it. I guess that would be the hardest job for me with the company. How to keep your attendance up at parties. Well, something that I love to do is tell them the buddy system. So we have a buddy system, right? Women don't go anywhere by themselves, ever. Not even to the bathroom. So if you're not even going to the bathroom by yourself, then you're probably not going to want to go to a party by yourself. So you can take a friend with you. So what I do is I have a video that I put in every single party that I have the night before that tells them to bring a friend, and for every friend they bring, they'll get a gift. And what I give them is a sample pack. It's, anywhere from a 30 to a 50-cent sample pack. And if they bring me multiple, then I'll just give them like a full-size travel. Nothing major, just a way to get them to bring somebody with them and to incentivize them. And I also have, you might call them canned coolies, you might call them canned koozies, but I have those with my information on there also to give that. And I just put a sample pack in there and give it to them. So that's a really good way to help keep your attendance up. Also, incentivizing your hostess. The more people she has in attendance, the bigger the gift, the bigger the hostess gift could be. It could be like a $15 item if you have 5 to 7. It could be a $20 item if you have 7 to 10, and it can be a $25 item if you have 10 to 15. Just kind of give you some ideas. All right, how do you get your training on products to know what to say and how to do a party? Well, we have the online COO, which is the Corporate Online Office. We call that COO. So the Corporate Online Office has a lot of information on there. You can also shadow your sponsor, your leader, your upline. And I don't allow anybody to video me, but they can voice record me. And you can take everything I say if you want to and put it on those note cards I talked about earlier. And if if you're my type of a person, and you can talk like me, then it's perfect. If not, then you can take what I say and create it to be your own, right? So I basically allow every single girl that joins me to shadow me as many times as she wants, but she really only needs to do it one time just because I'm allowing her to voice record me. She can take that home and listen to it repeatedly. But you also have that, what if you don't have somebody close to you? What if they live out of state? Like, what if I'm Ohio and somebody joins me and they live in Florida? Well, if that's the case, we do also have online parties. You can go and watch my online party. We also have our demos inside of our team pages. We personally have what we call learning units where we can teach you that way. Pure Romance also has online demos you can watch at training.pureromance.com. We have detailed information on the COO itself about each individual product, along with little demonstration things there. I only have just a few more. How much money do you get to keep from your parties? Well, that depends on you and how hard you push the gas. So first of all, we do have the 3 kits, which you'll be hearing more about. And we do have a percentage that comes with each kit. Your profit margin for the standard kit is 30%. Your profit margin for the deluxe is 40%. And your profit margin for the premium is 45%. What that means is, depending on which kit you buy, if you have a $1,000 party, you're either going to keep $300, $400, or $450 from that party, depending on your buying profit margin. So anything you sell or anything you keep for yourself, you'll be buying at 30% off, 40% off, or 45% off, depending on which kit you get. Pure Romance also offers sales. As a matter of fact, today happens to be buy up to a 60% discount along with 50% off shipping. So they are always giving us deals for us to make even more money than what we bought into. And if you do $500 in retail sales in that year, you will bump to 40%. And if you build your own team, you can bump up to 50%. All right, is this job good for the 40-hour-a-week, Monday through Friday person? Yes. And you want to know why? It's your business. You get to create your own schedule. Whatever that schedule looks like to you, you get to create it. So whether you want to do one party on a Saturday and be gone home for 4 hours, you do one party a week. That's 4 parties a month. And if you want to do 2 parties on Saturday, I do one at 1:30 and one at 6, as long as I can keep them pretty relatively within about an hour driving distance. I can do 2 parties on Saturdays, 2 parties on Sundays. So for instance, starting today, I have 9 parties between today and Sunday. I have them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. And that's only 8. So where the hell am I missing one? Because I do have 9. And obviously I was like, let's see here. Let's try this again. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Maybe I only have 8. Crazy. Stumped my own self. Where did I get 9? Maybe I have an online one. I don't know. I better go look at my calendar. That's why you keep notes. Yes, so definitely you can pack your week full as you want, and you can just work as little. So that's why we said you can work 4 hours or you can work up to 60 hours a month. It's all up to you. It's your business. How do you talk to a mixed age group? The same way I talk to young ones, and they get that information, the same way I talk to the Red Hat Society people. They all get the same thing. I keep my demo pretty neutral. That means if I can talk the same to an 18-year-old girl as I can to the 77, 80-some-year-old woman. Yes, Red Hat Society parties do happen. They do like to keep them a little more mild. That means not as many toys, but they do want that. They love our bath and beauty products. So don't discriminate. Everybody should be told about how awesome Pure Romance is and our products. We have bath, beauty, healing. We have some of the best essential oils and healing products out there, along with our pH balance products. As they get older, they tend to get a little drier, and they're going to go to the gynecologist, and the gynecologist is going to recommend some things. You also have those same things. pH balance, just like me, lubrication is really, really good for somebody who is getting older, has gone through the change of life, hysterectomy, and just feels very, very sore and very raw because her skin is getting a little thinner vaginally. So yeah, you have some amazing products. So I teach the same thing at every party. So it doesn't matter if I have an 18. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if I have 3 generations or 4 generations at the party. It doesn't matter if grandma's there, mom's there, daughter's there. They're all getting the same thing. Yeah. All right, ladies, I hope I was able to help answer some of your questions. If you missed the beginning, please catch that. I just went over just a few. I don't want to go too much longer in this just because I want you to be able to watch the replay if you want to and stay interested. And hopefully I made you laugh because I did make a few mistakes. But that's the realist in me. I'm definitely here to help you in any direction, any way I can, as is your sponsor and your 6 other leaders that are with me on here. So we have many, many more things coming to you this week. Literally, you only have a couple more days and the sale will be here along with the free kits. So I appreciate you catching this, and if you have any questions, you can let me know. If I have time, I will answer them. But again, I have 8 parties, not 9 this week, unless I'm missing one. And I definitely want to thank you all for taking the time to just check out Pure Romance. Have a great day.